What's going on? Sniper Doofus back, and I'm just gonna put a disclaimer out there. Like, I only started trading with $60, and I've traded for 3 months, and now it's at $70. But I'm gonna put on screen somewhere like around here, maybe, of my account and my savings that I have for what I'm gonna use after this account hits $100. So once I get this account to 100, I'm gonna deposit this money that I have saved, and I'm just gonna put that into Forex just so my gains can be a bit bigger and I can take larger position sizes. Anyway, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so we're just gonna get into the 3 trades that I took this week on MetaTrader, and then using like TradingView to analyze the stocks, and then I'm just gonna go over the trades I missed, and then the rest of it for next week's analysis I'll just be putting that on Twitch. So I'll link my Twitch in the description, I'll link my Twitter in the description, Instagram, all my social media, and hopefully you guys can go check it out. Anyway, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, also another disclaimer, the words I'll be using and the language, lingo, whatever you want to call it, I'll put in a video that I made to covering that sort of content, such as like pips, candles, trends, structure, whatever, reversals, and like all that garbage. I'll just put that link in the description, you guys can check it out, and then you guys can learn what I'm saying actually means, and then come back and check these videos out. Anyway, so getting into my first trade, GBP USD. So if I just zoom out here for you guys, we can see that it's going in this downtrend. Like, it's pretty obvious. We can see lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and this we can see lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, and we can see a break structure. So now we're seeing a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then we're kind of seeing the same low, and then it breaks this key level, and then I'm like, alright, cool. So I'm looking for a trade for a buy. Anyway, I enter here, and my first mistake was I should have waited more in this second candle on this retest to see how it reacted to this key level. So what we can see is that upon entry, okay, there's something wrong with the tool. This trade actually did stop out. Oh, whoops. It's because I was at 15.4. Alright, so what happened on this trade is that on my entry on this big wick here, I really just should have waited for a better entry and seen how this candle here reacted. If we look at this candle, we can see it dropped down below this key level here, and then it spiked all the way back up. So it was showing rejection below this key level, and so this would have been a perfect entry point. And if we take a look, if we entered on this candle over here towards the end of this candle time frame, so at the end of the hour, then we would have seen straight away from here it would have just dipped down a bit, and then just gone all the way up, and we could have closed the trade out at a 1-to-1 profit. So 15.4, we could close it at a 15.4, and then we could move our risk, say our stop loss, to 0 like that, and then just let the trade go to its second profit, maybe like a 30, and therefore you'll be risking 0 while taking all the reward if it does hit. So that's how that trade went. If we take a look at my Excel spreadsheet, so that was this trade here. Let's have a look at what the entry looked like. So opening it up, we can see that there's this downtrend, break structure, now I'm looking for a buy, and then here on this second hour it just spikes me out. So for next week I'm going to be looking for, once again, better entries on my trades. I only buy like half a pip or like a pip. Anyway, those like pips make such a big difference in the long run, because like there we can see that if I had 1 pip better entry, I would have taken all that reward and not lost anything. Alright, so let's get into our next trade. Alrighty guys, so we're back, and I'm just going to show you guys my second trade that I took was on Euro GBP, and it was on a buy. Okay, so the buy is here. So okay, this trade here was not a very good trade to take, but it worked out, and so I got lucky. But this isn't a trade I would recommend to someone. So this is why. I can see that the overall trend is going up, and then I can see that this new trend, it broke the uptrend structure and now it's going down. So I was kind of conflicted on looking for a buy or a sell, and because it broke this resistance point, I was just looking for a buy. And so this is what I did. I just put my entry in here, 15 pip stop loss, and then I kind of just closed my position around here because I just had a feeling that the market would start to topple around and then like start to drop on this sell-off, and so I just closed it here for a little 1.2 risk reward ratio, and so that trade was good. It basically wipes out my previous losses and adds on like basically nothing, so it's almost break even now for the week. And then going on to my last trade was also Euro GBP, but then it was on a sell, and so I could see that the overall trend and structure of the currency pair, this one Euro GBP, shifted towards a downtrend. Okay, and so now I was looking to see this support line be broken, and then here it got retested, and I was looking in for a sell because it's in a downtrend, so I'm looking for a sell. Anyway, I was seeing this huge rejection on this wick candle. Let me just zoom in a bit more. So I was seeing this rejection here, and I saw another rejection here and another rejection here. So I entered in on this candle, and then I just wanted to end the week positive, and this was like really volatile. I mean, if we take a look at the market, like look at how much this area is spiking, and so I closed this trade at around 14.5 pips. So once again, another 1-to-1 ratio, risk reward ratio. And now with my 2k count, I'm going to put it on the screen again so you guys actually believe me. Is that I'm going to move my stop loss to 0 at that point, close half my position on the 2k count, so maybe I'll take out 0.06 lot sizes, and then I'll close 0.03 lot sizes at this point, and then I just let the remainder of the trade run to what I expected, and I expected around a 33 pip loss in game. So we can just see here that if I closed here, then it would have been stopped out. Okay guys, so in total, if we just go over the 3 trades I took, I lost 3% on one trade and I gained 3% on 2 different trades, and so in total I'm up 6% minus the 3% I lost. So for this week I'm up 3% in total. So that's that, and now that I'm up 3% for this week, it's just alright. Hopefully next week we can do a bit better, but now we'll get into the trades that I was hesitant and the trades that I missed because of that hesitation. Alright guys, so I'm back, and I just went over the pairs that I looked at, and then the trades that I marked up, but the ones I just was too scared to take. So mostly the reason why I'm scared to take them is because if I take 2 positions at once and they both go south, then I'll be losing, instead of 3% in a day, I'll be losing 6%, and that's like a big chunk anyway to be risking on only 2 positions, right? So it would be better if I had more money and I could only risk 0.5% on 2 positions, so in total if I lose, then I only lose 1%. Alright, so I'll just get into it. Alright, so continuing on from last week, we can see that this was a New Zealand JPY pair that I was looking to trade, and around 33 pip gain and a 15 pip loss. Well, it should be actually higher like that. Anyway, we can just see that it was just hovering around this area, and I didn't take it because I was already in another trade, and then we can just have a look and see that this one missed. And so what I'm just trying to prove is that you may have a winning week or you may have a losing week, and you see trades like this where you gain but you didn't place them, but instead of looking at like, oh, I should have taken this trade, I'm such an idiot, why did I miss out on it, next time I'm just going to double up on my next position since I'm so good at trading. Like, what you should just realize is that when it's like this and you actually correctly mark up a chart and you can see that it would have hit your take profit, that just gives you more confidence in your next trade. So you should hesitate less, and you should be more like confident in your own ability to just stick with your own strategy and then continue like basically placing trades properly. Like right now, looking at this, I can see that there was an overall uptrend with this arrow. I can see that there was a break of this key level. It comes back and retests, and this here was a possible trade, an entry on this key level, maybe around a 15 pip stop loss, and then just to take profit at this previous structure around there. So that would have been a nice 20 pip gain as well. You know what I mean? And so like doing this in real time, I can see that, oh, this is a good trade, it would have worked. Okay, so that's cool. Going on to the next pair, GBP JPY. So this here was another trade that I didn't want to take because I was currently in a losing trade here, and so I was like, oh, if this pair is going sideways, then if I was to buy in on this position, this would go sideways too. But because I had a pretty good entry at around the retest, then that means that it was going to be in the negatives, but then overall it would go with this overall trend line and continue its downtrend. And so looking here, I did have quite a modest take profit. I think I could have marked it up closer towards this area here, around this market structure. So that's around a 50 pip gain that could have been possible. If I had more money, then I would have risked 0.5% on this trade and another 0.5% on this trade. And so I'm just working towards getting this account to $100 and then just depositing that 2k. And then once I get that 2k in, I'll just keep practicing and improving myself with moving stop losses and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, this here would have been a beautiful trade. 50 pips, only risking 15 pips. That would have been nice, like 10 bucks, 8 bucks, whatever it is. And like, I could be crying about missing that trade, but right now I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. That was like a good decision by me to identify that there is a trading opportunity here and that I could be profitable on this trade, and so to mark it up and then to later see during the week if that trade would have been profitable. If it starts becoming profitable more times than not, then that's a good sign, and it means that you could be profitable if you actually place trades. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. Those are the trades I took. If you want to see my weekly analysis, just head out to my Twitch every week on Sunday 9 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time, and I'll be sure to hang out with you there. See ya.